Hi, today I would like to show you this little thing. It's called Moodo Air, but before we start, I would like to show you something else. I've been thinking a lot about doing more videos in English, but I had kind of an issue because all my automations are in Swedish. I have a lot of text-to-speech stuff going on, like confirmations, announcements, reminders coming from the speakers, and all of them are in Swedish. So that's kind of a bad setup for doing videos in English. I need to fix this, and I've done that. So I've redone all the automations, so they're now both in Swedish and English, and I've created a language button where you can easily switch between the English mode and the Swedish mode. So right now we're in the English mode, so let's switch to Swedish. Boom!
Svenska läge aktiverat. Genomför testfras. Tjenare mannen. Test genomfört. Inga fel att rapportera.
Okej, bra. Byte till svenska. Funkade bra. Och det jag tänkte visa då är att vi ska brygga lite kaffe, för vi måste ha kaffe innan vi börjar prata om den här grejen. Så vi trycker på kaffeknappen.
Du har nu godkänt att ny bryggning kan startas. Standardkoppar är just nu 5.
Okej, bra. Den fick vi på svenska. Vi hoppar över till engelska.
English mode activated. Conducting test phrase good day mate.
Good day,
Test
mate.
completed. No issues to report.
Perfect. Switch to English, and we press the coffee button again because we need to make some coffee before starting to talk about this Moodo thing. Coffee button.
Coffee brewer is prepared for the next brew. Standard cups is set to 5.
Okay, 5, that's a little bit too much, so let's just do a little. I need 2 cups, I think. Yeah, that's good. Let's just drop it.
Coffee is coming up.
Okay, coffee's coming up. Let's just skip forward to me sitting here with a cup of coffee. Okay, it's just one of those days where the coffee is so good I can't have enough. But let's start talking about this thing. So, what is it? It opens up a completely new dimension of my smart home that I hadn't thought about before. I had a conversation with a friend, and he started talking about automated scents as a part of the smart home. And since then, I just thought, yeah, of course, automated scents should be a part of the smart home. And I just thought about a lot of different things that you can do to create cool experiences with scents in the smart home. So this guy, my friend, he's that kind of guy that when he starts thinking about something, he just starts Googling, empties the internet for information. And when he had done that about smart scent diffusers, his conclusion was that Moodo Air, that's the product that I would like to try. This was the coolest, most interesting thing, according to him. And I looked it up myself, thought it looked quite cool, and I trust his research. So I reached out to Moodo, sent them an email, asked if I could try one, and they sent me one to try. Here I am, doing a video about it. And they also sent me a 20% discount code, and I will put that in the description. Alright, let's actually start talking about this thing. What is it? What does it do? First off, I'm going to talk about what it is, what it does, how it works. Just basic features. What system platforms are you able to integrate it with? Then I'm going to show you the app, the Moodo app, what it looks like, how it works, and what it can do. I'm not going to show you how you connect this thing to your Wi-Fi or connect it to the cloud or connect it to your Google Assistant. Just follow the instructions included in the box. It's easy and it works. And in the end, I want to tell you what I think about it, and I want to show you how I am using it in my daily life to give you a couple of ideas of what you can do with an automated scent diffuser. But the best part, I want to show you how I've used the Moodo Open API. It has an open API. That's the best part about this thing, that it has an open API that makes we can do whatever automations we want, and that's what I like the most. So I'm going to show you that. And if you have, for example, a Home Assistant, you can do the same thing. Okay, let's move on. This is Moodo Air. It's a smart scent diffuser and also an air purifier. There's a lot of different scent diffusers on the market, but a lot of them works with water and essential oils, and you get some kind of steam that puts a scent to the room. This one works just with air. You have 4 spots where you can put different fragrance capsules, or you could also put air capsules in them. So instead of putting out a scent, the air flows through this air purifier, which is it's some kind of filter, you know, that you have in air purifiers. I think I'm just gonna leave out the air purifier part of this thing. I don't know anything about air purifiers. I think air purifiers, normally they're quite big, they sound a lot, and they have big filters, and I'm not sure about what this small thing can do. I mean, you could put 4 capsules, air capsules in it, absolutely, and you can push some air through it, but I don't know, how am I supposed to know if the air gets any better? I need some kind of sensor to detect that. I don't have that, so I can't kind of check it, and I don't have any allergies and stuff like that, so I don't know. Let's just leave it at that. You know that it's an air purifier as well. Let's talk about the fragrance part instead. So as I said, this thing works with air. I think they call it dry air technology. So what it does basically is just pushing air through these fragrance capsules. And a fragrance capsule looks like this. It has a name on it. This one is called Precious Spices. You can feel the scent if you smell on it. And it contains super tiny rubber balls, like super small wonder bombs. And what happens is you push air through it, and obviously the scent gets out in the room. And the more air you push out, the more scent you're gonna get. I think you have like 60 hours of use for each capsule, and the app keeps track on how much you've used. What else? It has a battery, which is a really good thing. I just have one, so I can move it around to that room that I'm currently in, or move it to a room where I know I want an automation. Maybe in the morning I want a fresh scent in the bathroom. Then I put it in the bathroom in the evening, go to bed, and then in the morning there's a fresh scent in the bathroom. And of course it has Wi-Fi. You just use the app to connect the Moodo to your Wi-Fi. Then you can also connect it to the Moodo cloud, so you're able to control it when you're not at home. I want to show you what platforms that Moodo is able to integrate with. So let's just go into the Moodo.co homepage and press more home and more, and we'll see the different platforms that is compatible with. So you have the Moodo app, both in App Store, Google Play. Work with Siri shortcuts, Google Assistant, Alexa, Samsung SmartThings, if this then that, Homebridge, and the best part of this machine is that, or Moodo, is that they have an open, RESTful API for developers. All right, that's just amazing. We're gonna talk more about that later. So just short about the API. The API in this case, it lets you control the Moodo box with something else than your smartphone and the app. For example, I'm using Openhab. A lot of you are using Home Assistant. If you're using Home Assistant, you can do your own automations that control the Moodo machine. And why would you want to do that? If you feel that the app does not give you the options that you would like for your automations, then the Open API could help you with that, because then it's just your own imagination setting the boundaries, kind of. Okay, let's move on. Now I want to show you the app. Where is the app? There it is. Okay, the Moodo app. This is what it looks like, and this is what you can do. And as you can see, it knows what capsules you have in it, so it looks the same. I love that. It's not that advanced probably, but still, it's a cool feature. So if I just put in the Precious Spices, a red thing, boom. Then I lost it, so just press on again. We see that Precious Spices appeared. This first page, we control the fan speed, and we control the mixture of the fragrances. Right now it's equality, meaning there's equal amounts of air flowing through all 4 capsules. And you can change that to the predefined, or you can change it to whatever you would like that. But we like equality, so let's keep it that way. In the top, you can switch from fragrance to purifier. It doesn't allow us to do that because we don't have an air capsule in, so let's remove precious spices and put in the air capsule. And let's try again. Boom. All right, so now we switch to air purification mode, air purifier mode. And you can just yeah, I can just feel it. Oh my god, it's amazing actually. I'm just kidding. I don't feel a thing. Let's skip that one. Boom. It doesn't mean it doesn't work. I'm just saying I have no idea how I'm supposed to know that. Boom. Let's see what you can do more. You have the heart thing there, favorites. You can create favorites and save them and just launch them. I haven't done that. I'm probably not going to use it. You can have an automatic subscription at the best price. I'm not going to do that. And here's a good thing, I guess, if you would like to do some automations. You have schedules. You can create schedules. You can try here. Interval. On, powerful Moodo, efficient Moodo, saver Moodo. Every 10 minutes, Moodo will take a 5-minute break. Okay, that's the interval thing. Let's turn it off. And let's try and create a schedule. So this is what a schedule looks like. You can have it turned on at a specific time. Say we want it in the morning at 6, we want it to start. Turn on duration, we want it to be on for 20 minutes. Boom, and then turn off. Repeat, if you want to do this every day. I mean, maybe you want to have that every day in your bathroom. Every days. All of the days. Okay. Interval, yeah, you can do that. Shuffle, you can shuffle the scents. Yeah, I don't think I would use that. And you can choose what you would like to have the mixture of fragrances on. And here's some personal stuff. Connect to Google Assistant, for example. I've already done that. That's about it. This one, I call it Smelly Cat. Funny, right? And you see the battery status and you see the Wi-Fi connection. If you want to add one, just do the setup wizard. That's about it. There's not much more to say about the app. It works. It's good. I like the presentation. I love that you. I mean, it's such a basic thing, but I love it. Just being able to see what capsules that are in it, get the presentation. I don't know how long it takes for it to update. I'm gonna wait for it. See. Oh yeah, there it is. So a couple of seconds and then the capsule appears. All right, so I want to talk about the Moodo API and how I've integrated it and how I use it in my daily life. So let's check it out. Let's open Openhab. Okay, this is my kind of settings page and I've created a special one for Moodo. Let's go there. Boom. So with the help of the Moodo RESTful API, I've created this user interface where I've put in the features that I felt that I needed in my daily life routine and in the automations that I've created. So it's basically just you have the mode in the top. Right now it's fragrance. If you press the picture, it switches to air. It's no air capsule right now, so it didn't switch, but Openhab doesn't know about that. The thing is, it's a one-way thing when I use the RESTful API. I've done it in an easy way, so it's just one-way communication. I do things in Openhab, and it tells the machine to do that. I will never get a response back, so yeah, that's just the way it is. I would need to be like a serious developer to do that. But I mean, that's possible if you know what you're doing. So let's switch back to the air mode, and we have an on-off switch. So again, it's on now. Okay, the sun just set, so the flag sits straight. Ugh. Okay, man, 5:30 and the sun just set. That's okay. Yeah, where were we? So the on-off switch, as you can see, it's on now. Openhab doesn't know it's on, so I have to press on and then off again to turn it off. And we have morning automation. So if this is now it's off and now it's on. If that's on, the Moodo is going to start in the morning, in my morning routine. When I'm laying in bed, like 20 minutes before I go up, the Moodo will start with the settings I've put in below. So the on time, for example, the on time, I set that to 20 minutes. And say in the morning I would like to have sea breeze and a mix of sea breeze and grandma vanilla, like that. And I have the morning automation turn on. The Moodo will turn on 20 minutes before I go up. So when I enter the bathroom for the first time in the morning, I will feel this lovely Moodo scent, a mixture of sea breeze and grandma vanilla. So that's it. And also if I press on now, that is the settings that are sent to the machine as well. 20 minutes, sea breeze, grandma vanilla, and the percentages. And as you can see now, I don't know if the capsules are exactly updated. Let's put in precious spices and put in midnight thrill. It doesn't update itself. We need to get that information, so we press update capsules. And then we get precious spices and midnight thrill. So that's the way I've used the Moodo RESTful API. This is the things I've done, and right now it's the only thing I need. While we're talking about the API, we can just check out the Moodo homepage as well and check out the RESTful API. Here's the instructions, and here you can see all the things you can do, the information you can access, retrieve, and what information you can push out to the Moodo box. So yeah, this is what it looks like. And if you've worked with APIs before, you recognize it. So with the use of this information, I've integrated it into Openhab. What? Okay, I didn't think you would notice that I've switched my cup of coffee to a glass of wine, but all right, I ran out of battery yesterday, so this is the day after. And I think I was talking about the API. Yeah, I was. So we need to finish this. But I felt like I really need to show you, or I want to show you what happens when I press on. Bam! What happens? Or what is happening? Why does the Moodo turn on? So let's just talk about that. So what happens is that I press this button on, then a rule is triggered in Openhab. Let's go check out the rule. I've had a couple of glasses, but all right, whatever. These are my rules. I have a lot of rules, and I have a specific file for the Moodo rules. Boom. Like my English couldn't get worse. And all right, focus. We need to finish this. So I have a rule called Moodo on. When item Moodo on of receive command on, this is the item. Received command on. Boom. Then we create a variable called minutes. take 60 times Moodo1 duration. Moodo1 duration is this slider here, and the Moodo API wants the time in seconds. Therefore, we multiply by 60. What happens next is that the Openhab server execute a command on the command line. All right, and what we do is we execute a script located here. It's called Moodo sh. There it is. And while starting that script, we are giving 6 variables. So the first one is here, 1, that means we want to turn it on. Minutes is the seconds that I've just talked about, the variable here, minutes. And then we have 4 variables, Moodo1 dimmer, Moodo2 dimmer, 3 dimmer, and 4 dimmer. That is the values of these sliders. So the percentage of how much we want the fan to be running on each of the fragrances. All right, so let's check out the script. Here's the script, and I kind of feel that I want to show you where did I get this from in the beginning. So let's just skip back to the Moodo homepage. Let's check out the RESTful API documentation. So here are all the things you can do with the API. A lot of things you can do, a lot of things. For this specific thing, this specific rule, to turn Moodo on, I've used the put option, this one. And we can try it out here. So the data that we are transmitting to the Moodo box is these parameters. Device key, just each Moodo box that you have has a specific key. Box status is on or off, 0, 1. Duration seconds, right? And then we have the fan speed. If you want it to be on, true, off, false, and then fan speed in percentage, 0 to 100 on each slot. So slot 0, 1, 2, and 3. All right, and if we press execute here, boom, we get a curl command. And curl is a command line tool to receive and transmit data to a server. And in this case, we want to transmit data to this Moodo box or retrieve data from it. Maybe in one case we can ask it, I want to know your name. And then we ask that, and then we get the name of the Moodo box. And in the next time we want to turn it on, and we say turn on. Then we transmit that data and it turns on. Okay, so we use curl commands to do that. So I've just basically copied this command, all of this, put it into a script. Here's the script using a curl command. And the interesting is here, I remove the token. I want you to see that. We have the device key, I removed that as well. This one is called like 23421 or something. And then we have the variables. So I have the 6 variables here as well. So the stuff that we put in when we execute this command, these variables, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they go in these spots where I have variable 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So box status is variable number 1. We want it to be on. So we send that one. Duration in seconds, that's variable 2, right? So that's here, variable 2, right? You get it? And then settings for slot 0, we want it to be, we have a fan speed, that's variable 3. Moodo 1 dimmer, all right? And we want the fan to be active, true, yes. And then it just goes on. We have settings for slot 1, fan speed, variable 4. Settings for slot 2, fan speed variable 5, fan speed 6 for slot 3. That's what happens when you press the on button. This script is executed. We are giving a couple of variables while starting the script, and the curl command is passed and retrieved by the Moodo box, and the Moodo box does what we tell it to do. Turn on, put the fans on these percentages and give us some lovely scent. A couple of different rules. So I have the off rule, and it's the same script, Moodo sh, but instead of sending the variable 1, I'm sending variable 0, which means it will turn off. That's the only difference. I have the rule for Moodo update. So we press update capsules. This is what is happening. Item Moodo update receive command on, execute command line, and there's another script called Moodo update. And then I'm using another of the API choices that you can choose, which I showed you on this homepage here. So one of these, instead of just sending data, I'm asking for data. And we have the Moodo mode rule. So when item Moodo mode received update, that's this one. We press that, Moodo receives an update, switching from air to fragrances, back and forth. This rule is triggered, and we have a script called Moodo mode sh that is triggered instead. And we transmit the variable diffuser or purifier, and the same as the rule before, we're using another of all of the API choices that you can use. All right, enough of the API stuff. Let's just talk about what I think about it. That's kind of important, right? I like it. I like the design. I like the fact that you have 4 different fragrances that you can easily choose from. You can easily automate between these 4. You can have 1 scent in the morning, 1 scent in the evening without having to do any manual stuff on the box. I like the Moodo app. It's easy to use. I like that I can voice control my Moodo if I would like to. Google, slå på doft. All right, that works. And we have a couple of different choices that we can do here on the screen, for example. That's nice. I like voice control. I haven't told you, but you can use these buttons as well to control each of the fragrance if you would like to do it manually. So that's good. Turn it off. I love the names of the scents. I mean, it really doesn't matter, but it gives kind of the feeling that it's a cool company. Grandma Vanilla, Precious Spices, Midnight Thrill. Yeah, just like that. Obviously, I love the API. I would not use a thing that I could not automate in this way. If I could only automate it with schedules like in the app, I wouldn't use it. I want to be able to automate things in the exact specific way that I want to. I like the fragrance boxes. We haven't talked about that, but they come in 4 and they're put together by, and I think they're also created by French perfumist, which is nice, I guess. And they're supposed to mix well together if you choose to use all 4 fragrances at the same time. But of course you can just mix in the way you feel like. And just to finish, I like the fact that it's just air flowing through these capsules, giving us a nice scent in our home. We could also use, as I said before, we could use scent diffusers which are based on water and essential oils. This is easier. You have 4 fragrances that you can switch between. If you're using a scent diffuser which is based on water and essential oils, you have to change the water and you have to put new essential oil to change the scent. But I don't know, I haven't used a scent diffuser with water and essential oil, so I can't compare it with the feeling or the experience that you're getting. But now I just said a lot of positive things, and overall it is a positive experience. I really like it, but I have one negative thing, and it's quite an important thing. So it's about the fragrances. A lot of the fragrances, I think they feel a bit artificial and a bit like perfumey. And I guess artificial is not a good thing. Perfumey could be a good thing if you like that, but I don't like my home like feeling perfumey. But saying that, there are fragrances that I really like. So I'm hoping there's just a matter of finding the ones that you really like, because they have tons of them, and I'm really excited about buying more boxes. I saw they have like a Christmas box. It's getting time for Christmas, so I'm gonna order one of those just to see if I like that. They have so many fragrances. Some of the ones that I have, I really like. My favorite one right now is Moodo de Tahiti. It's amazing. When I felt that scent for the first time, I had to Google it. I Googled it and I realized that it's in a lot of like shampoos, lotions and stuff like that. So I have that in my shower now. Lovely, just lovely. Gram of vanilla, also nice. Precious spices, like that, because you get a spicy feeling. Those are the ones that I actually like. So I'm looking forward to getting more scents, more fragrances. That's what I'm gonna do. Keep using this, keep experimenting with different automations, having it in the morning, having it in the evening or whatever. That's about it. I just want to finish with an automation, my morning automation, where I enter the bathroom and I feel this lovely fragrance of Moodo the Tahiti. Let's just finish with that, yeah.
Good morning, Mason. Brings you fresh cups of coffee coming straight up. Coffee is coming up.
It's a lovely morning. It's Moodo de Tahiti. Okay. Have a good day. Bye.